The story begins in the thick, frozen silence of Alaska's interior, one of the most unforgiving landscapes on Earth, where storms can arise without warning and the sky itself seems to rumble with ancient voices carried by the wind. It was February 2013 when an experienced Air National Guard rescue crew lifted off from Joint Base Elmdorf-Richardson after receiving a distress signal from a downed bush pilot. The mission was supposed to be routine, a standard search and rescue sweep across a patch of rugged terrain known for whiteout conditions and sudden drops in visibility. But from the moment the helicopter cleared the runway, the crew would later say they felt something off, something they couldn't name, something they couldn't explain. Inside the HH-60 Pave Hawk, the atmosphere was tense but disciplined. Veteran pilot Captain Hayes maintained a steady grip on the controls, scanning the horizon for signs of the missing aircraft. The crew chief, Miller, watched the gauges with a practiced calm, though he couldn't shake the feeling that the sky outside seemed darker than usual, like a storm was forming without clouds. The pararescuemen in the back exchanged looks they couldn't quite interpret, sensing the strange heaviness in the air. The rescue beacon they were tracking pulsed at irregular intervals, as if something was interfering with the signal. And then, 27 minutes into the flight, everything changed. Hayes noticed the first anomaly, a faint movement on the edge of his peripheral vision, like a dark blot sliding across the landscape below. He assumed it was a shadow cast by the helicopter, until it shifted in the wrong direction, drifting counter to their flight path, almost as though it were pacing them. Miller leaned over to the cabin window and swore under his breath. The shape below had no defined form, no outline, no edges. It wasn't a person or an animal. It wasn't even a silhouette. It was absence. A darker patch of reality sliding beneath them, as if the earth itself had grown a bruise. The crew said later that it moved with purpose, staying just beneath the helicopter, never falling behind, never pushing ahead, simply following. The onboard thermal camera detected nothing. No heat signature, no mass, nothing that resembled life or machinery.